Alright guys, hello and welcome back to another episode of Rescue HQ with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to another one that may actually end up being one of the last one, if not the last episode on Rescue HQ on this channel. As you guys may remember, I'm thinking that with like the end of this campaign, the whole Rescue HQ game will probably just kind of like come to a place where we can't really experience that much more in this game. And as you guys may also know, I have already got some side plans for this slot that I am using for Rescue HQ right now, which I would like to start using for War Thunder whenever we are actually done with this series. But with that said, for the time being, as you guys can see right here, we've definitely still got a few special events coming up, so pretty sure that first things first, we will want to complete those, and I don't want to rush the end of the series either. So let's just see how this is going to be going. Let's hire another 2 firefighters, and well, let's have some more fun with Rescue HQ. So with that said, let me get things back to double the normal speed, or maybe even triple, as long as we don't really have any new things to do. I don't think we can really advance too much. Actually, we've got a lot of reputation. Maybe we can start using that. I think we were trying to hit a reputation goal in the last episode, and I did hit that, so I can start spending more money on these things again, I think. So, with that said, we've got a pretty standard thing here. I mean, I could... Did I have a specialist for this? I don't. So, I'm just going to get a standard tier 2 firefighter in on this job. I'm going to give him... I don't know, like the least used vehicle, maybe the LF10, I think, probably is... Wait, actually no. Oh, we don't have the small TLF anymore, do we? What are we going to use? And let's use the LF10, honestly. I'm going to get 1 police officer out there with a police van. I'm going to get 1 medical staff out there with 1 ambulance, and there we go. And, oh! I'm actually lacking ambulances. That's a bit of an issue. Okay, I'm gonna get 1 more out here because he already covers 2 points with the other ambulance, but we will have to wait for the 3rd one, which is actually an issue. I mean, we've got a lot of money here, actually, right, and we've got a lot of reputation, so let's maybe just take a second to pause the game. Ooh, we can do helicopters, actually. We can do shooting ranges. Interesting, that's a new one. We could do HR stations. I don't really need those, to be honest. I could do specialized things, but like garage is what I'm really interested in, because I do want this ambulance bus thing, I'm pretty sure. I do think I want that. So let's get that. It's going to be 100k, which is a lot of money, but honestly, looking at our financial report, we're at minus 928, and the week just started. So like, yeah. I'm pretty sure we will be good to actually spend that money. I'm gonna expand this garage out here a bit. Just like this for the time being. And then we're gonna get 1 of these fancy ambulance buses, which is hopefully gonna be very nice. I'm pretty sure this thing carries like a lot of specialized equipment and everything. And like long time, maybe we can even just replace the standard ambulances with these things if we just start in making enough money, because it's, I don't know, like at the moment, I think we do very much have a lot of money, and I'm really more lacking the stuff to actually use the money on, because I need to actually accumulate a good bunch more reputation. With that said, the first ambulance is back in, so we can make this thing in time as well. I am going to throw another police officer at it. I'm going to throw another medical staff at it, and I'm just going to give him the contamination suit, honestly. And that way we've got a bunch more guys here at home that I can then take care of treating any patients that we may be getting in. Another successful emergency right there. With that said, we do have another applicant for fire department. I'm not actually quite sure how many we wanted to get. I think like I should probably end hiring at like 18 dudes or something in each shift. I think that's very, very fine, most likely. Don't really want to overdo it too crazily. Another thing, though, that is very interesting that I will get is actually these bunk beds. That doubles the capacity of these beds that I have over here. So let's go ahead and sell all the unused beds in here and actually get some bunk beds in there instead. That's gonna effectively double the capacity of that room that we have right there. So I think that is a very, very, very worthwhile investment. Another one done. I am going to sell this bed as well and that bed as well, and I'm going to replace them too, just like this, and you know, just really nicely stocking up on the capacity right there, because as you guys know, I'm hiring more and more dudes, so I'll just need to make sure that we stay on track for capacity right there, and that's just a very nice and honestly pretty cheap as well solution to just ensure that we will continue having enough beds without even needing more space and this kind of stuff. Another 3 emergencies though, and this one does look like it is rather challenging. I don't have any firefighters with a specialization needed, so I'm just going to get them in there like that. I will give the LF10 because that's apparently all we need. I don't have a high ladder thing. I actually should probably research that at some point and replace DLK with it. For the time being, let's get the DLK out there. I do need some air tanks. Don't want to forget about those. Now I'm already at 96% without even having a medic. That's actually interesting. I'm going to send the medic out anyways, just because I'm actually hoping... And look at this ambulance bus. This is actually crazy. +1 medical skill for each emergency, 4 medical kits, 2 hazmat suits, and 3 contamination suits. That's insane. It's actually a great investment, I feel. But yeah, I'm going to send out a medic anyways, because I'm just hoping for some patients that I can treat afterwards, to be honest. Oh, don't need that guy. But yeah, so that's why I'm sending out another medic on top. Just cause, like, even like 96%, you know, would be fine. But I'm thinking, you know, if for some reason, like, that could make me get another patient, that would just end up making me a bit more money, a bit more reputation, so honestly, why not? Now, we do need an LF20 here, so that's great, covering everything we needed right there already, and then I'm going to send out 1 police officer on top, and there we go. And honestly, look at that, we still got a bunch of capacities. I'm pretty happy with the way this is going right now. I think we are overall in a pretty good situation for this this kind of stuff. Like, we've got a lot of capacities built up. I'm very nicely proceeding with all the research that enables us to treat more patients in different ways, and like we have like a lot of different vehicles that have a lot of nice specializations. Honestly, the only thing I would actually want soon would be a high was it a high angle basket? What was it called? Well, the improved version of this DLK that we have right here, right? So I think that would be pretty nice, but it's going to probably cost me a bunch of reputation. That if I look in here, it's going to be 800, so yeah, it's going to be a bit. Also has a containment and personal decontamination vehicle, also very interesting, I have to say. And you know, Special Forces Police Car would be great one day, but that's definitely going to take us another week till we actually get to the reputation cap, maybe even 2, so yeah, gotta see about that. Now, another firefighter right here. Next shift, and let's get all the people in for the emergency. So this is an industrial fire, so I'm gonna throw my industrial fire specialist at the problem, and then like another 2 dudes on top. Actually, probably 1 more right here. We don't have any foam extinguishers, which is an issue, so let me throw another 2 tier 1 firefighters at the problem, give him an LF10, out they go. Then we've got this one, apartment house fire. We don't have any specialists for that, so it doesn't really matter who I'm throwing at that. With this one, okay, so I am going to throw 2 of these guys at it. I'm going to give them the LF20, DLK, and 4 air tanks, and there we go, 100%. And then this one right here, we do have a specialist for that, so let's get that guy. I'm gonna get this guy right here, which is honestly, wow, that's actually pretty crazy. He's boosting the whole thing so much that we're even starting to overfulfill this with 3 firefighters, which is crazy. That's definitely very nice. Tier 3 firefighter right there, really love to see that. But with that said, we will need a medic for this job as well. Could use medical kits, but honestly don't need it, so I'm just going to get the ambulance vehicle out there. Does look like we don't have enough capacity for something. Oh, for the air tanks. Okay, let's give them the RW as well. Why not? And there we go. Out we go. Okay, cool. That's all our firefighting vehicles dispatched now, though. I mean, it's had to be the case at some point, right? I'm gonna just speed time up more in between these emergencies, so we can get some reputation rolling in a bit quicker and money and everything. I think that does make a lot of sense. Minus 60k, so we do need to earn a bunch more money. But, yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense right now, because honestly, I think like all the slower parts of the game we've already seen, if that makes sense. Like, you guys have seen a bunch of it, and I just want to take the chance to proceed a little quicker, if that makes sense, so that we, well, we can see as much of the game as possible before the series actually ends, and I can build as much of these cool, fancy toys. Or buy them rather, so you guys can actually have a first-hand look at them as well. So, with that said, I'm gonna get some unspecialized police officers in on this. We don't even need the right gear equipment, so that's great. Reckless hedonism, smoking in the forest. Okay, so this one then, let's get these guys in on it. That should be. Oh wait, I'm doing firefighters right now, not policemen. Ha, whoopsie. Who else do I... Oh, wait a second. Could actually save out on some firefighters for just having the forest fire specialists in on that, so let's do that. Then we will get the LF20 for them. We will need a few police officers, which I'm just going to get some tier 1 police officers for that. I am going to give them a police van, and just going to give them a few air tanks. Just like that, 102%. There we go. Cool, great stuff. We've got a lot of things to do right now, which I have to say I really like. We've got bad medicine coming up as well, which is interesting. We've got a K9 unit. We have got SWAT gear. We don't have sniper gear yet, so maybe that's something we want to look into researching. How much would that be? 700. No, honestly, I think we can do that without that. Like, honestly, I would rather actually focus on something different, which I told you guys before I wanted to get, which is an HAB vehicle. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to just replace the DLK with it. So let's sell the DLK, and let's get the HAB vehicle instead. I hope that actually fulfills the old role of the DLK as well. Fingers crossed right there. If it doesn't, whoopsie. But let's hope that that will work. And let's hope that that actually gets built pretty quickly, because we do actually seem to be utilizing the ladder vehicles a lot more now, so I don't want to have too big of a shortage on that, I don't think. Now, the one thing I have to say, by the way, in this game that I really noticed is that the reliability of the vehicles, we've never had any issues with. Like, everything's always been repaired in that regard. And speaking of repairs, I need to repair my SWAT gear. Such an annoying thing that doesn't happen automatically. I know, I said it a lot of times, but honestly, that just doesn't need to be that way. Like, seriously. That's just kind of unnecessary. But okay, that's the last thing back in, and let me check this out. Okay, so this does count as a ladder and a high ladder, so that's perfect. We do have a bunch more emergencies. Let's take care of them. Industrial fire. I am going to get these guys in on that. I actually need another tier 2 firefighter, or 2 tier 1s. I've got 2 tier 1s. Okay, that's great. Then I'm going to give them the LF10. Yes, not the 20. Little sports pub thingy. Out they go. And decomposing denizen. Okay. Oh. That sounds like somebody died in their flat or something. That's rather sad to hear, but we'll have to send some people out to have a look at that. So I'm going to get like a medic, and just going to give them the ambulance bus, to be honest. That way I don't... Wow. That's crazy. Instant 110% success chance. This thing is really cool. And that's the first time of us using it as well, isn't it? Let's check it out. This thing's actually pretty cool. I like it. Okay, but with that said, we're proceeding to the next shift. Hopefully going to get some more things to take care of here soon, you know, especially for the firefighting department. I think they are really not that busy. We've got a few things coming back in. Also got an employee right here to hire. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. This is getting pretty much into just the routine of things, right? Just upgrading and getting a few things researched, buying them, you know, looking at them, thinking, you know, that's pretty fancy, and then just going on to the next thing, pretty much, which is fine, you know, which is fine. So another few things then to take care of. I'm just gonna throw some firefighters and everything else at the issue. We do actually need a ladder for this one, which is interesting. Let's give him one, and well, then just a few policemen for the little occasional pub brawl, or whatever you want to call that. Cool. With that said, let's speed on to the bad medicine task. Let's get these emergencies all back in, and well, getting the speed back up. I mean, really, at this point, I feel it's just getting very much of a routine thing, isn't it? It's just, I get a few things, I send people out to it. Oh, wait, I actually need some more police officers for this. Now, that's not routine, but okay, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's just like more of a cycle of doing these things over and over again, just to kind of expand the whole thing outwards. Because I think, like, overall, we're pretty well set for everything that's being thrown at us right now. Like, we've got a bunch of employees, and actually I'm going to close.
Hire applicants, build more lockers.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't actually need more lockers. I don't actually need more lockers, mate. That's fine, because I'm going to close down the applications right now. Anyways, for firefighters, I don't want to stretch my budget too much. But, I mean, honestly, as I was going to say there, I think we're pretty set for, like, everything that the game throws at us right now. Like, we are pretty well managing what we spend reputation on and what we don't, and I don't know, like, money is not really a big issue either. So right now it's really just like a quest of ever proceeding, if that makes sense, and, you know, just taking on whatever the game throws at us and usually being quite happy with it. You've got an urban fire training. Huh. 1% success chance. Wow. I mean, that doesn't even matter, to be honest. It's like such a low modifier right there. Huh. Okay. Anyways, collision. I'm just gonna throw a few dudes at all these issues right here. It's honestly not that big a deal. And yeah, burning fire department again. So this one had that modifier. Do I have that guy with me? I do. That's great. I'm just going to throw this guy at it as well. We're already at 7 points. And there goes the surplus. That's crazy. That skill set of that tier 3 firefighter is really, really nice, I have to say, with the efficiency +1 firefighting skill per firefighter on dispatch. That's really handy, I really have to say. But okay, with that said, if I just throw the ambulance bus at it, I don't even need to worry about another firefighting vehicle for this task. So I think that's just the way that I'm going to do it. And here comes the counterfeit medicine bust operation in just 1 second. For the time being, and all the vehicles back in. I'm pretty sure we should be, yeah, pretty good on finances right now. So pretty happy with that. And also, wait a second, before I actually go any further, I've nearly capped out on reputation, so we better spend that on something. Now, I could go for the GWG TAC P, which is interesting. I could go for a riot truck. I mean, honestly, I don't want to go for the riot truck, because I know that the SWAT vehicles are better, but then again, if we're ever going to get that, is probably not that sure, so I'm not sure, like, that's really a good question. What am I going to spend this on? I don't want the sniper gear, honestly. Like, all the special gear, like, most of it is actually included in some vehicles, right? Like, I'm not sure the submersible pump is actually included in the RW. Can I check that out real quick, please? RW does not have... Okay, maybe it's in the GW. But, like, most of this special equipment is definitely included in the vehicles that you can research. So that's why I'm always kind of just prioritizing vehicle research over these, like, side things. Helicopters, I've really kind of found out are not really that crazy useful. I mean, I think it made your response time quicker, so yes, it's a nice thing to have, but it's nothing that I really am like going after super hard, because it's really more of a bucket list item than an actual super useful thing. Now I've got the GWG and we've got the GWG TAC P, so I mean, this is already the improved version of it. I'm not going to research the GWG, the standard version. I'm just going to get this thing, and well, I'm going to build it, and we're going to get like a contamination suit and some radioactive stuff. What was that? We don't have that yet, do we? Hazardous materials containment. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. We didn't actually have that yet, so that covers another thing. Oh, nearly just accelerated past our task there. That's probably a bad idea to do that. We've got industrial fire. I should have a specialist for that. I do. Gonna throw another tier. Actually, another 3 tier 1 firefighters at it. Give them an all of 10, and out they go. Then we've got this thing, collision. I really just need a random tier 2 firefighter. I gotta give him the yellow of 20 then, go get a... no, that's not a medic, that's police crew. Police crew, police van, and medic, ambulance, standard vehicle, and out they go. Easy as that, and we still got so many leftover vehicles here, it's amazing. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, like, reputation is now flowing in very nicely, and I'm really starting to research everything in the world that we could ever get, except that SWAT vehicle, which... just due to the cap not being high enough yet, we can unfortunately not get ourselves just yet. But, bad medicine now. So here's the sting operation that we've all been waiting for. We've got a marksman apparently, which should be, yeah, that's going to bonus us on that mission. We've got a sergeant, so I'm going to get that guy out. Techie as well. Cool. One way or another, I'm going to get a few dudes in on this job. Actually, that's totally overfulfilling it, so we don't really need that. I'm going to give them 2 police vans, so we just that way can cover the SWAT gear already, which, see, that's, for example, why I didn't research SWAT gear, because, like, the SWAT gear is already in the police vans, and that's why I'm also not researching sniper gear, because I'm pretty sure that sniper gear is actually in the SWAT vehicles, so I'm really just skipping that, because I don't feel I really need it. I mean, I could use another K9 unit, I'll have to say that, but other than that, this is pretty fine now. 85%, kind of a bit low. Fingers crossed it'll work out. Wish me luck, guys, but hopefully this will work out just fine. Let's proceed to the next shift, though. And, successful emergency. Very nice.
And collateral damage was minimal.
Cool. Great news. And that's honestly like already the last task that we already had on there. I mean, there's obviously still a few things coming up, but for the actual tasks of this campaign, we're pretty much done. So that's very nice. I do need a high power engine now, which is an issue. Still 83%, so fingers crossed that's going to work out, but ooh. That's actually pretty close. Okay, now, heavy smoke's coming out of an apartment. Fire seems contained to that home, but it's still pretty big. I do not have that special modifier guy with me. I'm just going to get 2 of these dudes in there then. Going to get an HAB. Going to get the LF20 actually to get the breaching gear on top of that. We're at 85%. I'm just going to get 3 air tanks, and then that is all fine and dandy, hopefully, at least. Fingers crossed. Now outside, we've still got this shooting range. Kind of interested in that because I've never had it, to be honest. So I think I want to actually get that. I'm just gonna... I see how it is. Okay. So how do I get people to go there? Cannot be reached. Yeah, I know that. I'm gonna just build 3 shooting ranges, and then I'm gonna try... How can I actually connect that up? I mean, I can obviously have corridors, right? And I'm gonna get corridors. But, like, do I then just have a corridor right here and, like, doors? Or... yeah, looks like it. Okay. Cool. I'm interested to see that, to be honest, because I've never actually had that. It's kind of a new thing to me, so I'm really interested to see what's going to happen about that. Stores being robbed, though. Let's get some police officers in on the job. Then we've got another bit of a brawl in a pub, so I'm going to get more police officers in on the job, and then we don't actually have any more police fans, which is interesting. But look at that! They're actually practicing shooting, isn't that cool? I love that. That's great to see. So these guys are now training further towards tier 2. So that's great. Oh, okay.
Our source reports plans for a hit in the coming days. Prepare for the...
Oh, great. So there is actually another task coming up. Hazmat contamination suit drone. I don't actually have a drone yet, so that's maybe something to get them. And I don't think that actually comes with one of the vehicles. But, tourist alcohol poisoning. Well, I don't think we need a sniper dude for that, do we? I'm just gonna get, like, 2 officers out for that, and, well, 1 medic. There we go. But yeah, alright, cool. So, shooting range actually got as well. And let me actually pull these emergencies back in too. But with that said, guys, honestly, I think we've made some really, really, really good progress in this game. I do definitely acknowledge that we haven't actually covered it all. But, you know, I don't think we honestly need to. Like, after all, if you guys are very interested in this game, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some of you dudes that are going to be getting it for yourselves, actually going to be playing through it for yourselves. So I honestly don't think I really want to grind through each and every one of these missions, especially since stuff I feel is very much starting to become very repetitive. And that way, I don't know, like, I feel it is going to become boring for me soon. It's probably going to become boring for you guys to watch soon. And I want to end this series off on a positive note, because I think this is a fun little game that you can play for a good while. And that I really enjoyed for a good while as well. I just don't want to overdo it by just doing this repetitive stuff of, like, okay, here's another 3 emergencies, let's throw these dudes at it. Here's another 3, let's throw these dudes at it. And then just, you know, in between, the cherry on the top of the episode being, you know, oh, we bought a new vehicle or something. I think we've got a lot of these vehicles covered. There is a few still open, very obviously, and, you know, if you're interested in those, I think make sure to get yourself the game, make sure to check it out. I'm pretty sure it's not actually that expensive on Steam, and especially in summer sales and whatever, you can probably get it for a very, very low amount of money. And, you know, in that case, I think it is definitely worth checking out. And, well, with that said, I think for me personally, and I hope for you guys as well, this series is kind of coming to an end here. I do very much hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's actually the first series on this channel that I'm properly ending now, which is crazy, because I've been back for like 6 months now, I think, and we have thus been going for a very long while on Rescue HQ. And I think we've done a good bunch of stuff. We've definitely explored the game a good bit. I think it was very fun. I hope you guys think that as well. I hope that you guys did enjoy the series, and I hope that you guys will enjoy the future series on War Thunder that I'm probably now going to be using this slot for them. But with that said, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, and if you did enjoy this series, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always very much help out the channel. I hope that you guys are all going to stay around for all the other content that is going to come to this channel. And, well, with that said, guys, if you carried all the way through with this series, and if you watched all the episode, thanks a lot for sticking around. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you just now discovered this series and want to check out more content on my channel, definitely go ahead and do that. And definitely also make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon right next to it. And other than that, guys, thanks a lot for sticking around for this series. I really, really hope you liked it all. And I hope that I'll see you in some other series very, very soon. Ciao.